Hi friends. Before we dive into this important story, I want to ask you, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. This story will touch your heart and your support means the world to us. Now imagine this, you trust someone with all your heart, sharing your thoughts and feelings only to realize it was all a lie. For 12-year-old Ella, what started as a simple friendship turned into something far more sinister, a deception that shattered her world. But how did it happen? Who was behind it all? The truth is more shocking than you can imagine. Ella Catley-Crawford was born on April 27, 2012, in Brisbane, Australia. She was raised by her mother, Julie Crawford, as an only child, and to Julie, Ella was her whole world. From a young age, Ella was full of energy, curious, bubbly, and always eager to learn. She loved animals and spent hours caring for her pets. Her mother described her as bright and quirky, never afraid to be herself. Ella's hard work in school paid off when she earned an academic scholarship to Lord's Hill College, a well-known private girls' school in Brisbane. At just 12 years old, she was stepping into a new chapter, excited to make friends and take on new challenges. But what seemed like a fresh start would soon take an unexpected turn. In February 2024, Ella started 7th grade at Lord's Hill College. At first, everything seemed great. Ella made friends, enjoyed her classes, and got involved in school activities. Julie was happy to see her adjusting so well. For Christmas, Julie gave Ella her old phone as a gift. She thought it would help Ella pass time on the long bus rides to school, but she also set strict rules. No TikTok, no Snapchat. Julie wanted to keep her safe from the risks of social media. At first, Ella followed the rules. She used her phone mainly to text her classmates and stay connected. Everything seemed normal. But soon Julie noticed something odd. Ella was always on her phone, checking, scrolling, staring at the screen. It was never out of her hand. One day, I discovered that Ella had downloaded Snapchat, even though it was against the rules, Julie later said. I thought she was just chatting in her class group chat. But knowing the risks, I told her to delete it right away. Ella agreed, but what Julie didn't know was that this was only the beginning. Despite the rules, Ella found ways to reinstall the app in secret. What started as simple conversations with friends slowly became something else. And soon, the phone that was meant to keep her entertained would bring something she never expected. Just a few months into her new school, Ella didn't seem as happy as before. She started spending more time on her phone and something about her felt different. Her mother, Julie, noticed right away. She looked nervous whenever she was on her phone, Julie later said. I could tell something was wrong, but I didn't know what. What Julie didn't know was that Ella had been misled online. A classmate, pretending to be a boy, gained her trust through friendly messages. At first, it seemed like an innocent connection, someone who truly understood her. But soon things changed. The same person she confided in ended up sharing their conversations with others. By the time Ella realized, the damage was done. Over time, mean comments started spreading. Some classmates began talking about her in group chats, saying hurtful things behind her back. Ella became quiet. She didn't talk much about her day and seemed lost in her thoughts. She acted like everything was fine, but I knew it wasn't, Julie said. Then something happened that hurt Ella even more. She was uninvited from a birthday party, and some classmates told her they needed a break from her, calling her too much. Slowly she felt more and more left out. Even at home things didn't get better. The phone that once made her happy now made things worse. One night in March, Julie found Ella looking upset after seeing something on her phone. Because of the app settings, Julie couldn't see the messages, but she knew something was wrong. She told me she was fine and still wanted to go to school, Julie shared. Julie tried to help by setting rules. No phone after 7 p.m. and keeping it out of Ella's room at night. But at the time, she didn't realize how much her daughter was struggling. In early April 2024, Julie received an unexpected call from the school administration, informing her that Ella had been accused of bullying other girls in her class. The news shocked Julie, who immediately denied the possibility. I told them I didn't think so, that they had it wrong, she later shared. The school looked into it but didn't give Julie much information. Over time, little pieces of the truth started coming together. She found out that some students had tricked Ella and then shared her private messages to embarrass her. Slowly, Julie realized just how badly Ella had been treated. In the end, the school's investigation confirmed that Ella was not the bully, she was the victim. 3 students were suspended for their actions. By the end of April, Julie knew she couldn't let Ella stay in that school. She made the tough decision to transfer her daughter to Redlands College, a co-ed school in Cleveland, Brisbane. Ella started fresh in May 2024. At first things seemed better. She made new friends and was happier. But even though she had left her old school behind, the online messages didn't stop. The new school was great, but they still got to her through the apps, Julie later said. The same group of students used fake accounts to send mean messages. Even though her new school was supportive, these messages started affecting Ella's mood. Julie became more worried and decided to get outside help. In mid-2024, Ella began talking to professionals who could support her. Julie did everything she could to keep her daughter's spirits up. "I made sure we spent time together and kept her busy," she said. Whenever Ella had something fun to do, she seemed like herself again, smiling, laughing, and enjoying life. But those happy moments didn't always last. When Ella was alone with her phone, Julie noticed a change. She became quieter and sometimes seemed distant. While Julie did everything she could to support Ella, she didn't know that her daughter had created a secret TikTok account. It became a place where Ella shared thoughts she couldn't express in real life. Through her posts, she opened up about her struggles, often comparing her pain to others. She convinced herself that what she was going through wasn't important because others had it worse. But no one around her realized how deeply she was struggling. Then, on October 27, 2024, at 3 a.m., Ella made one last post. It was simple yet deeply emotional. It said, "I have nothing to post. I miss you." Later that morning, Julie found Ella unresponsive in her bedroom and immediately called for help. Paramedics arrived and rushed her to Queensland Children's Hospital in Brisbane, where doctors did everything they could. As news spread, classmates discovered Ella's TikTok posts. Comments poured in, filled with sadness and regret. "The signs we all missed," one wrote. "I'm so sorry, Ella. You didn't deserve this." Her words had reached more people than she ever knew. 2 days later, on October 29, Lords Hill College's principal, Kate Gleason, sent an email to parents addressing what had happened. She assured families that the school had counselors available and that the next few weeks would be difficult for everyone. But by then, many parents had already learned the news through social media. Frustration grew over how the school handled things. The email also repeated the school's zero-tolerance stance against bullying, but for many families, those words felt empty. As more details surfaced, former students and parents began speaking out about their own experiences. Some described the school as highly pressured, where students felt isolated. One mother shared that her daughter had been so lonely that she ate lunch in the toilet just to avoid getting bullied. Stories like these made people question whether the school was truly doing enough to keep students safe. For 6 days, Ella stayed in the hospital while her family hoped for a miracle. They prayed she would get better. But as time passed, doctors told them there was nothing more they could do. On November 2, 2024, Julie had to make the hardest decision a mother could ever face. After Ella's passing, her aunt started a GoFundMe campaign to help with funeral costs and honor her memory. The fundraiser also pledged to donate 10% of the funds to mental health initiatives, aiming to help other families facing similar struggles. Ella's uncle Simon spoke about the family's pain. "If you ask if we are heartbroken, the answer is yes. If you ask if we wish more could have been done, absolutely. Ella deserved better, and no family should ever go through this." The campaign quickly gained attention. Within days, it had raised over $164,000 Australian dollars. But it wasn't just about the money. People from all over shared messages of support. Classmates, parents, and even strangers came together to remember Ella and stand against online cruelty. More than just a fundraiser, it became a movement. Thousands of people joined in, not just to honor Ella but to push for change. Her family promised to share her story to raise awareness and help protect kids online. Because no child should ever feel alone in their struggles. Even in the face of heartbreak, Julie made a choice that would bring hope to others. She decided to honor Ella's memory by helping those in need. Through Donate Life, doctors were able to match Ella's organs with patients who desperately needed them, giving them a second chance at life. This decision wasn't made lightly. Years earlier, Ella had asked about organ donation after seeing Julie fill out a form. Curious, she had wanted to know what it meant. Julie explained that it was a way to help others even after someone was gone. Ella had smiled and said, "That's the right thing to do." Through her final act of kindness, Ella continued to make a difference. Her generosity wasn't just a memory, it lived on in the lives she helped save. Julie later shared a message for other families. "I want people to know this is real. The dangers of social media are real. We have to do everything we can to make sure no other family goes through what we have." Ella's story has sparked a national conversation. Her family is now speaking out, calling for schools to take stronger action against harmful behavior and for social media platforms to do more to protect young users. They hope that by sharing Ella's story, real change can happen, so that no child feels unheard and no family feels this pain again.